Welcome into Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee, the show that highlights your community from the pages of your local newspaper. I'm Scott Stewart. I'm the publisher of the Pulaski Citizen, Lawrence County Advocate, and Main Street Maury. Okay, well, it's football season. It is here. Okay, we've been talking about it for a couple of weeks. Raise your hand if you're excited. Now, I could keep my hand up all day, but I'm going to put it down because I know it looks stupid. So, all three of your community papers, Pulaski Citizen, Main Street Maury, Lawrence County Advocate, have season previews sections inside this week. So make sure you pick it up. It's a perfect primer for you to get ready for high school football before you head out to the game Friday. Also, another awesome primer is our Southern Middle Tennessee High School Football Show. Maurice Patton and Wade Neely, our sports editors, will be the host of that show. It'll come up every week. It'll have previews of the week, a review of the week before and a preview of the coming week. And it starts this week. Be looking out on our social media pages for the scheduling of when the show will be on. It will be on Pulaski Citizen Facebook, Pulaski Citizen Sports Page Facebook. It'll be on Main Street Maury Facebook and Lawrence County Advocate Facebook, as well as any of our X pages as well. So be looking for us. Be looking for the show. We're going to highlight all of our Southern Middle Tennessee schools, Maury County, Lawrence County, Giles County. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be an hour-long show of high school, of highlighting all of our high school football. So keep an eye on all that and be ready for it coming up on our social media pages. So football is just part of a week that's been full of amazing news stories. For all of our newspapers, but specifically, there's an amazing story, one of the best stories I've ever covered here in Pulaski. So we're going to start off with the Pulaski Wrap. The Pulaski Citizen Wrap starts with Lindsay Thompson as our Citizen Spotlight this week. Her photo graces the top and center of the front page, and we have an article on Lindsay inside this edition. So I was telling you about a story that's one of the I'm ranking it among the top stories that I've ever covered in my time in the newspaper business. The power of prayer has declared the miracle that transpired in Giles County last week that culminated in the safe return of Miss Colleen Cross after she went missing for 5 days. The glory goes to the Lord, obviously, and the thanks goes to all those hundreds of people who volunteered and would not give up on their mission to find her. And that story's right there on A1. It's a pretty inspiring story. And it's not done yet. We're going to follow up with some metrics and some information about just how much went on last week trying to find Miss Cross. So praise the Lord that she was found safe. And read that on the front page of the Pulaski Citizen. The Pulaski Board of Mayor and Aldermen approved the final reading of an ordinance that will regulate the placement of signs in the city. So there's that, and then the rest of the city council. That's all on page 1. Finally, on the front, Robert White was given the key to the city as he steps away as Linville's mayor. That happened last week. Inside, it's Around the Square week, and our spotlight business is First National Bank. And of course, then we highlight what's going on at all the businesses up around the square here. And so make sure you check out page A2 of the Pulaski Citizen to find out what's going on around the square. My friend, Superintendent of Roads Barry Hyatt, and his second in command, his right-hand man, Steve Kelly, they are retiring. And August 29th, there's going to be a retirement party for Barry and Steve. And there's a picture of my friends right there with the information you need to find out about the retirement party, August 29th. Inside the Pulaski Citizen, we have obituary notices, we got court docket, property transfers, government public notices, backward glances, fun and games, church directory, community briefs, and church briefs. Voting is still underway for the Giles County Main Street Awards. Make sure to support your favorite local business, event, person, or whatever, organization, with your vote every day. Johnny Phelps, Giles Pass, takes a look at Elkton then and now, and we have a 5-week-old kitten named Lucky as our Giles County Humane Association Pet of the Week. Don't miss a week of the Pulaski Citizen. Get your subscription today. Call 363-3544 or visit PulaskiCitizen.com. Now, here's Wade to tell us about a busy week in sports.
What's up, everybody? Wade Neely here, sports editor at the Pulaski Citizen. Time now for an update on what's in print and what's online for the August 21st edition of the Pulaski Citizen Sports section. Middle school roundup. We tackle all three of our middle school programs on the gridiron this week. Two of the three were victorious as Richland and Bridgeforth go on the road and get victories. But South Giles stumbles at home, and 2 out of 3, as they say, ain't bad, as Richland again and Bridgeforth are victorious. We opened with Bridgeforth, who was on the road at E.A. Cox. Kind of a crazy game, but Bridgeforth wins it 32-6. Half of the stadium was played under darkness as a set of lights was inactive. And as the game went on, the only real question was how many points would Bridgeforth score and would the lights stay on for the duration of the game? Yes and yes would be both of those answers, as again, Bridgeforth wins it 32-6. Good win for BMS to even their records at 1-1. Richland improves to 2-0 thanks to a 38-0 win at Collinwood. It was more of the same as Richland used a beautiful blend of ground and pound football mixed in with an aerial attack as Jackson Hunter ran for 2 touchdowns, quarterback Gavin Schrader accounting for 3 total touchdowns. As Richland, again, middle school improves to 2-0 on the season. South Giles, after a big win in their week 1 opener, they fall short and they fall flat on their face in week 2. Taking on a really talented South Lincoln team, but they fall 30-0. That game was played at Sam Davis Park. Nothing went right for the Eagles as, again, South Lincoln, very talented program, and they take care of business versus South Giles. Those are our middle school roundups this week. We also have action on both your Giles County and Richland Lady Raider and Lady Bobcat soccer teams as they kicked off their 2024 fall seasons. Make sure you check those out. We have photos and updates on both of those programs who went 1-1 each last week. So keep tabs on that. Speaking of soccer, speaking of openers, it was UTS winning its season opener as Brett Boland, who is now the official head coach for the Firehawks. He was the interim head coach last season, but Coach Boland has the Firehawks off and running as they picked up a 3-0 win last week versus Tennessee Wesleyan. And closing things out, Richland and Giles County are in action this week on the high school gridiron. They had their final preseason tune-ups last week as Richland was on the road at Columbia Academy for a jamboree. Giles County was at home versus a really talented Brentwood Academy team at Sam Davis Park. So we have coverage from those 2 respective contests as well. Make sure you check it out. And if you missed anything in print, you can always check it out online at PulaskiCitizen.com. Wade Neely saying so long for now. We'll see you next time here from PCL headquarters.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Having a good, confident smile and being able to portray that positivity to others is really helpful.
A professional family atmosphere is what we get every time we come here.
Our hygienists do a better job at kind of assessing mouths and coming up with plans than most dentists do.
They're very kind and they're very aware of other people.
I think if there's things that I would want you to leave here with, I want you to feel like you were heard, that we listened to you, and I want you to feel like that your concerns were addressed.
Whether you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, when it comes to your performance, don't settle for anything less than excellence. We're proud to announce that Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint Clinic is now Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance of Columbia, where we are redefining sports medicine and orthopedics. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance's team of expert sports medicine physicians understands the unique demands of your body. TOA Columbia specializes in personalized orthopedic care, offering state-of-the-art treatments for everything from sports injuries to joint replacements. Learn more at toacolumbia.com.
Nashville Sounds Baseball is back in Hit City for the 2024 season. Spend your nights and weekends at the ballpark with weekly giveaways, fireworks shows, throwback deals, live music, and more. Top talent will take the field at First Horizon Park against the AAA Minnesota Twins, Baltimore Orioles, Atlanta Braves, St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds, and more. Tickets start at just $10 and are available now at NashvilleSounds.com. We will see you in Hit City.
The Lawrence County Advocate Wrap starts this week with the news of a benefit for a local girl. This Friday, the Food Truck Friday at Bank of Frank Ewan on North Locust will be the site of this fundraiser, and you can find out more about it right there on page A1 with the story from Sandy Mashburn. Also on A1, there's a blood drive coming up next Monday in honor of beloved Dr. Scott Benefield. The drive will be at the Lawrenceburg Park and Recreation Department. Find out more right there on the front page. They had a lot of fun Friday and Saturday down at the Rotary Park with the tractor pull. We've got a glimpse of that with a front photo on the front page. And we also on the front page have a story about a field fire that has been deemed an arson. Finally on A1, the auditions are about to get underway for It's Christmas Again, y'all. That's the Lawrenceburg Theater, Community Theater's Christmas show. Find out about the auditions and everything else you need to know about It's Christmas Again, y'all. Inside, there's a sneak peek of the football section cover. We've got an article on a convenience center going in down at Loretto and warnings for a QR code scam that you need to know about. Every week, we got local obituary notices, town crier, community events. We got local government, public notices, puzzles, and church directory. Hey, we've got news from the County Council on community clubs this week. We've got a birthday celebration, and we've got Carol Maudlin's monthly column. So don't forget to have your favorite holiday recipes ready for the 2024 holiday cookbook. We got an ad in there telling you what you need to do, and we got some exciting news about the holiday cookbook, hopefully coming up next week. But if you've been getting your recipes in, hey, you better start getting those holiday recipes ready for that very popular holiday cookbook. In sports, Loretta got a good tune-up in last week's Jamboree game against Huntland, and registration is now open for the Tennessee Senior Olympics. Subscribe to the Lawrence County Advocate by calling 931-762-1726 or visit lawrencecountyadvocate.net. We'll be right back after this.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
They have always met wildest expectations as far as taking care of my teeth and my health. You know, teeth health is very important now to your heart. And I told him one day, I said, I'd love to have nice teeth and nice hair. And he said, well, I can take care of the teeth, but I can't take care of the hair. And I said, you can make my teeth? He said, yeah. I said, well, let's go for it. And he did. And I have been tremendously pleased. Dr. Hart, if you need him at night, he's here. This staff here will take care of you 24/7. You don't have to worry about, I can't get a hold of my dentist, my tooth's hurting. No, they will be here for you. And if I could get Dr. Hart to take that same artistry that he has and grow hair, then he would be double rich.
Nashville Sounds Baseball is back in Hit City for the 2024 season. Spend your nights and weekends at the ballpark with weekly giveaways, fireworks shows, throwback deals, live music, and more. Top talent will take the field at First Horizon Park against the AAA Minnesota Twins, Baltimore Orioles, Atlanta Braves, St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds, and more. Tickets start at just $10 and are available now at NashvilleSounds.com. We will see you in Hit City.
Hello, race fans, and welcome to Nashville Super Speedway.
That's right, guitars and fast cars right here in Music City. This summer, NASCAR is back at the Nashville Super Speedway. Get your tickets now to watch your favorite driver take on the 1.33 miles of concrete chaos. Visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com to lock in your spot June 28th through the 30th for the Ally 400 race weekend.
The Main Street Maury Wrap kicks off with a picture primer for the start of high school football Friday. 2 Florida fugitives have been found in Columbia just a few days apart. Andrew Pearson brings us a developing story about the city of Columbia sending notices to the owners of short-term rentals in the city that they may not be operating within city laws. And very interesting article that we're going to continue to cover. So make sure you start right now by picking up a copy of Main Street Maury so you'll know all about that. Spring Hill City Administrator Pam Caskey has announced her intention to retire amidst the city budgetary controversy. Finally, on page 1, the Maury County Commission's Budget Committee killed a proposed schools administrative complex. A lot of detail in on that one as well. Andrew has done a good job covering those government meetings for us this week. And Barbara Harmon too, by the way. Inside, Spring Hill breaks ground on a new fire station. The Spring Hill Planning Commission receives comments on the proposed Kedron Retail Center. Construction delays are causing traffic issues around Summit High School and Spring Station Middle School. And Celebrate Spring Hill 2024 is scheduled for September. As always, we have local obituary notices, local government notice, local church directory, community events, puzzles and comics, the forecast from our friends down at Tennessee Valley Weather, and Molly is the Main Street Pet of the Week. And don't ever forget that the only place to see the deals from Piggly Wiggly down at Neely's Mill Shopping Center is picking up a copy of the Main Street Maury. That's your local newspaper on your way down to the store. Or just get one sent to your home, and that way you'll have it right there in front of you before you head to the store each week. And when you get that paper each week, you'll be getting award-winning sports coverage from sports editor Maurice Patton. And here's Maurice to tell us all about what he's got for us this week.
Hey, I'm Maurice Patton, sports editor at Main Street Maury. This week's print edition is full of football, as you might imagine, with the season right around the corner. We've got coverage both of the Maury County Jamborees out at Mount Pleasant this past weekend that seemed constantly interrupted by lightning, but between strikes, the new artificial surface made its debut out there. We've got coverage of all the action, as well as the Columbia Academy Jamboree that featured the host Bulldogs along with Richland out of Giles County and a couple of other teams. So be sure and check out Gray Dayo's coverage of the CA Jamboree as well. Also, we've got coverage of a coach's suspension over at Columbia Central as the Lions head into their season opener this weekend over at Marshall County. So be sure and check that out. Columbia Academy basketball standout Jeremy Jackson announced his commitment to Trevecca late last week. We chatted with the senior about his decision to go to the Nashville Division II school. We've also got some scores and schedules from middle school football in the area. And be sure and check out the fall sports preview in this week's edition of Main Street Maury, as we've got coverage of all of our high school fall sports teams, from girls soccer to volleyball, cross country, golf, as well as football. It'll be pretty handy to you both now and as the season progresses. So grab that, hang on to it. This week on the website at mainstreetmaury.com, as well as in next week's print edition, again, football season cranks up Friday night across the county. We will be we'll have feet on the ground, I guess, at check back and see, because we're going to be all over the place. Looking forward to getting the football season started, and we will be out and about. So be sure and check out the website, mainstreetmaury.com, and next week's print edition as well. Thanks.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather today.
Hey folks, good morning to you. Ben Looney here with you in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, wishing you a terrific Wednesday as you check out this forecast update. Nice and cool outside to start your day. Temperatures will be nice pretty much all day long. And the same goes for tomorrow, but we are on a warming trend that'll take us back to the 90s before you know it. And we also have a chance for a few sprinkles to talk about as well in this edition of Your Weather Today. By the way, it's being made possible by our good friend Scott Beasley down at Beasley Wealth Management on the downtown Lawrenceburg Square. With that said, let's hop right into it. As always, here's a look at satellite and radar. This is the loop over the past 24 hours, backing up into yesterday. And I'm telling you, Tuesday was a picture-perfect day across the entire area. We saw ample sunshine, no rain in sight, and our temperatures, could they have been any better? Well, today, pretty much the same thing. We'll see a mix of clouds and sunshine. Temperature starting out cool in the 50s in a good number of spots across the area and rebounding to the mid-70s here by the midday. For many of you, highs in the upper 70s to low to mid-80s will be the average. Those outlying areas and the hollers across the region, those folks are going to stay cooler than everyone else, of course, but on average, I think upper 70s to mid 80s will be the magic number for many of you. Stepping through the overnight, again, clear. By midnight, we'll be at 59 in Lawrenceburg, 63 in Florence, 60 in Columbia. Those numbers will continue to dip down again all the way through the 50s here for tomorrow morning. Now, speaking of Thursday, we do have a little bit of moisture that's going to find its way back to the area. So we're going to put in a very small chance for one or two stray showers for tomorrow. Otherwise, and for the most part, still partly cloudy. It'll be dry for Friday, good looking weather there. However, we do have kind of a handover of weather phenomena that will be controlling our local weather. We've had high pressure to the north. Now we're going to see a high develop across the Gulf Coast. That's going to take control of our weather and actually help to warm us up as we work closer into the weekend. So we're going to be stair-stepping our way back to the 90s as we look ahead to Friday and especially Saturday and Sunday. By the way, more rain chances are to come on the latter portion of that 7-day forecast. As far as today is concerned, enjoy it. Beautiful weather all across the area. Again, on average, I'm thinking mid-ish 80s will be the happy number for many of you. So that's when we'll go with 85 for today's high. Morning lows tomorrow, again, well into the 50s. I think those outlying areas, 54 to 55, if not maybe a smidgen cooler. Yeah, that's a possibility too in those outlying communities across the area. And then for Thursday afternoon, again, including that small chance for one or two little showers, most and by far the vast majority of our area stays dry for your Thursday. Friday and Saturday, not half bad, but here comes the 90s working back to the area, the mid-90s for the weekend as well. Expect to see a few more showers fire off across the region as we start to look into Sunday night and then Monday and Tuesday of next week. By the way, you're reading that right, 95 and 96 degrees on the 7-day. Summertime is not yet over. That is a look at your forecast for today. Kelly is back at noon, and Fred Gossage will be here live at 5 on the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.
Well, that's it for another week of Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee. Buckle up, everybody. Football season is here, and don't forget to watch our social media channels for the Southern Middle Tennessee High School Football Show with Maury, Patton, and Wade Neely. And get your subscription to your local newspaper, Pulaski Citizen, Lawrence County Advocate, Main Street Maury, today, so that you'll get it all sent to your mailbox or find it right there on your computer anytime that you want it. Here's how you do it. Visit PulaskiCitizen.com, MainStreetMurray.com, LawrenceCountyAdvocate.net, or call 931-363-3544, 615-452-4940, or 931-762-1726. Thank you, and good Lord willing, we'll be right back here next week with another edition of Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee.